Hola, soy Nala. Hi guys. Y'all, today we're going to be talking about people who don't know how to stay alone. Stay away from people who do not know how to stay alone. I'm telling you guys right now, I had to learn this the hard way. Okay, jumping into it. Okay, so a couple years back, right? I had this friend, and boy, y'all, this friend, good looking, but friend, heavy on friend, good looking, smart, intelligent, beautiful, right? Lord, whew. I'm telling you guys, this friend had a new little shawty every week, you know what I'm saying? And I was their friend, heavy on friend. This person, very playful, very outspoken, amazing person, but they did not know how to be alone. Beginning of our friendship, they had a girlfriend, right? And you know, I didn't really know them like that, so you know, I kept my distance. And you know, I kept that boundary to where, you know, I see them, I'm like, hi, you know, we had that respectful friendship, but like, I never talked to them to where, you know, it was like, could get to a point of there being like something romantic, or, cause you know, I'm heavy on boundaries, and I'm heavy on whenever I get my first, you know, boyfriend, my first relationship, I know how I seen my other friends who had boyfriends, and they would always come to me and rant to me about how like they would overthink about the girl best friend, and I would just never be that type of friend. I would never want to put a type of girl, any girl, in that position. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, I kept my boundaries. And very smart, very attractive, very just, he had it all. Nice house, he had it all. But boy, one thing about people who don't know how to be alone, they don't know about boundaries. Me, I'm quiet, especially when you first meet me. I'm quiet. I'm very private. I don't really like telling my business. I don't tell my business. I don't really, I'm just private. I don't like telling my friends my business. I'm very private. The only person I trust with my business is God. And yeah, that's just always how it's been. And this one friend, like, girlfriend, he had a girlfriend, but I would always, like, every week I see him hang around with a whole group of girls, or the popular people, or like, and I'm just like, huh. You know what I'm saying? I always mind my business, because I'm just like, you know what, that's none of my business. So I'm over here, I'm chilling. One day they text me, and then they're just like, yo, like, Nala, like, I think my girlfriend's cheating on me, this, that. I'm like, okay. Like, you know, I'm obviously telling him, like, you know, communicate with her. Me personally, like, you know, of course, you know, I'm their friend, so of course they want my advice. I'm telling them, you know, pick up the phone, call her, or, you know, go meet up with her, you know, just go confront her, be healthy and safe with it. And then, you know, if you don't want to give her another chance, just keep it moving, keep it pushing, you know. And obviously they didn't break up or whatever, so I'm like, okay, whatever. This friend, it was like a week goes by, they finally break up. I'm like, okay. But during that relationship, I've seen this guy with girls constantly, and constantly. And then as soon as they broke up, like, I remember he contacted me. He's like, Nala, like, you know, we broke up, It was like, you know, he went from saying how much I love this girl, like a couple days ago, to as soon as they break up, you know, like, Nala, like, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty, like, you know. And I'm like, hold up, you ain't finna love about me. Like, yo, I'm not one of them stupid, oh my gosh, this, Like, no. like, especially when I know the type of person you are. And this was like 3 weeks into our friendship, and I'm like, whoa, hold up, pause. Like, he's super friendly. He was a great person, but like relationship wise, no. No. Like, no. He told me about his personal life and how he was struggling with just being by himself. Like, he doesn't really know how to be alone. That's perfectly okay. And like, you know, I would always help him if he ever needed help with just advice, or like I'd help him. I'm his friend. This, that. After they broke up, you know, he just kept flirting with me. And I'm like, yo, you know, you just got out of a relationship with the girl that you said that you loved. Like, obviously, like, I think you should, you know, I told him, like, you should heal more, this, that. I'm basically parenting this boy. Like, boy, like, you know, like, you know, I think you should take it slow, focus on yourself. Like, you've told me this and that about your personal life. I think the best thing right now for you is to, you know, focus on yourself. Y'all, we kissing, a couple days kissing girls, doing this, doing that. Again, none of my business. I'm his friend. I mind my own business. Couldn't really care less. But he would always come to me, you know, tell me and ask me for advice. So then, you know, we're walking this one day with a mutual friend. And they just like, bro, they just like, we with our mutual friend, and the mutual friend starts saying like, yeah, what's the name, him, you need somebody just like, you know, loyal, tall, pretty, athletic, He basically started describing me, right? And in my head, I'm playing like, outside physical me, I'm playing stupid. I'm acting like, oh, you got a new crush, like, you know, I'm playing stupid. And like, they just keep on explaining me, but in my head, I'm just like, boy, I know who you are. Like, you literally just got a relationship. You love bombing me. Like, you kissed all these different girls. Like, this was literally like a month later. Like, you kissed all these girls. You know, you're talking, you're entertaining, this, that. You're basically playing hopscotch. And obviously, y'all, they don't know. I see, because I'm so private. Never had a boyfriend. Never had my first kiss. Like, but people to this day, they will never know. Like, they will never know. Like, if I would have never told you guys. Only I didn't tell you guys about how delusional and how, you know, my innocence. So anyways, I'm hearing all this, and, you know, I'm playing dumb. So, like, I say a week later goes by, and he's texting me. He was like, Nala, like, you know, remember when we were walking, and, we were with, you know, the mutual friend, and he was stating this and that about this girl. I'm like, yeah, I remember. And then he was like, he finally tells me, he was like, I was talking about you. And I'm in my text, you know, I was like, I know. I just said, I know. You're very, I said, I know, you're very easy to read. And then he was like, what, you knew? Da, da, da. I'm like, I know, but the state of mind and the person, like, who you truly are, like, you're a great person, but you're just too friendly for me. And like, you just, you know, got a lot of things to work on. Y'all, this person, girl after girl after girl after girl after girl, like roster after roster after roster. Like, he was those type of people that people would idolize and like have this weird obsession of, and all the girls thought he was cute and da-da-da-da. And he was, but like, I just knew who he was, and that really just, no. Plus, me just never having a boyfriend and having my standards so high, I would have never, no. No. So I'm over here, and I'm just like, you know, like, I knew, you know, I already know. And then he was like, yeah, like, he was just keep on trying to flirt with me. And I'm just basically like, you know, I'm lightly, like, nicely just rejecting him. him and I'm just telling him like to move on. And then I'm seeing all these girls. I'm like, dude, I see all these girls, all these people you be entertaining. Do you really think I'm gonna be that dumb enough to fall into that trap? I know where you are at mentally. You've told me everything. I give you advice. I know where your head is at. You think I'm really just gonna be that stupid enough to give you a shot? Like, you literally gave me all the receipts, all this information, you know, and that I never told a soul. And you really think I'm gonna be that stupid and just hop into a relationship? And then plus it's just like, how would you think the ex would feel, the old girlfriend would feel if me and you, like, no, like, what? You think I'm what? So I'm over here and I'm just like, you know, I keep on rejecting him, and during this time I had to just get away. I'm really like I'll be around my friend group, but there's days to where I really do need to focus on my mental health and just be alone, because you know, the public and me having social anxiety, it can be a lot. So there's some days to where I just need privacy. I need me time. A couple days, you know, I'm having me time. I'm just, you know, focusing on schoolwork and stuff like that. And I could tell that I hurt this person's ego. And this person started moving weird and da-da-da-da. And it's just like they were trying to make me feel bad for having me time. It's like they were trying to make me responsible for their actions. And I'm just like, like, it's like, whenever I would place a boundary, I noticed that they were trying to just ignore my boundary and just keep on trying and trying. And me being a very private person, did not like. And of course, if you're going to keep on crossing my boundaries, I'm going to start to not trust you. I'm going to start not really, you know. So I'm looking at all this, and of course, you know, I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. I started having weird, like, I just started feeling weird around this person. And like, I remember we were at this game, and like, wow, literally 2 days after he tried to flirt with me, he's trying to, you know, go out and, you know, just look around. And I'm just like, you know what? I get it. I get it. But just don't try that on me. Don't try to make it seem like I'm the villain. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't, you know, no. So I'm over here, I'm chilling. And then he's telling me like, yo, this girl's so fine. And I'm like, yo, you know, I knew the girl that he was talking about. I'm like, yeah, she has a boyfriend. And I remember they looked at me in the most, like, his eyes, he gave me this stare. In his eyes, bro, I don't know if it was lust. I don't know. He was like, I don't care. But like, he said it in the most rude, like, it's like a little demon was inside him or something. I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. As beautiful as this person was, I knew how insecure they were because they would tell me about it. And I would try to help themselves, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, whenever they saw like a better looking person than them, or see somebody doing better than them, that's when they start to, and then that's when the drama or this would happen, or he's telling me about this and that, and I'm like, hold up. It's like whenever they would feel a sense of competition, it's like, oh, like it's messing up with his mind, like it's messing up with his self-esteem. And I'm like, bro, yo, like, whoa. I'm like, you know, like all these bad choices, all these women, all this, all that. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, whoa. I'm noticing, I'm like, this dude, you know, like, I started to feel bad for him because I'm like, yo, he's obviously, you know, going through something with himself, you know, deep down. And he's trying to distract himself with this and that and that. And then it's just like, huh. Like, there were days to where, like, he'd try to get me to open up, or he'd try to, like, make me, I guess, depend on him. But I'm just like, bro, how do you want me to depend on you when you don't depend on yourself, when you don't do the work and really do things for yourself? Like, instead of distracting yourself with other people, you really don't just sit down and deal with you. Like, and when I would reject their help, like, you know, I'm good, I don't need you. That's when they get all, and then that's when all the weird stares, the this, the that, the rumors, they just start popping up. The rejection, it's like they hurt their ego. And I remember it's like the second to last conversation. I think it was the last conversation we had. And like, I remember they texted me and they was like, I'm telling this, that's not about him. And he was like, Nala, like, did you ever, like, I'm telling him, like, we're just ranting about, like, things we like and people we like and who we find attractive. And I remember I was talking about this one person I found attractive. And then he was like, do you, like, he was like, what about me? And I think I was like, you're just too friendly for me. You know what I'm saying? And da-da-da-da. And then his next response was like, is that why you didn't go for me? Is that why this? Is that why that? I'm like, I told him, I'm like, you're an amazing person, but I just know you have a lot to work on, and I'm not even 100% for myself. I got a lot of stuff to work on. I don't need the distractions or the, I don't have the power or the mental space to really help you right now, especially when I know I'm not 100% where I want to be at in life yet. And I was so nice about it. And it was like, this person, this motherfucker, they lost their mind. It's like they quickly switched up on me. I'm like, bro, hold up. Like, whoa. Now that I think about it, it's like every single time, like, hop from this person to this person, and I barely see them. Like, I see them hanging out with this person one week, and then a whole nother person the next week, and I'm like, what happened to, like, what? Oh, this, that. I'm like, hold up. I'm seeing all this, and you really think I'm gonna be that stupid and waste my time with that nonsense? No. What? Like, why would I know? Like, what? Are you serious now? Like they bring in all these people, and then once the people are out, they want other people to fix their problems. They project their problems onto other people, and if those people don't figure it out, he moves and goes to the next person. And I'm like, one thing I learned, like, especially with people, how quick they are to get with you is as quick they will leave. As quick as they are trying to, because people are really people value their time. So the less time or the more time they usually spend with you is usually the more they value you. The quicker the time they spend with you is like the quicker they will probably leave you. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Truly valued yourself and you truly respected yourself, you will not be so open to letting all these people experience you. And like, what? It's like they will go to a new person, right? Project their problems onto them, and then leave that person with destruction while they are leaving with the value and the more benefits and the more, like, positivity and the energy that was once in the person that they were experiencing at that time. That energy that the person was giving them, they have that energy, and then that's what makes them go to the next person, and it benefits and it upgrades them while they leave the person that they were using in destruction. And it's just like, bro, like, what the heck? Like, huh? oh, I don't want to be single. I don't want this. If you think if single is being alone, right? If you think single is being bad, that tells me all I need to know about how you feel about yourself. Like, and I just laugh about it because I'm just like, I remember when this happened to me. I'm like, when I finally had to cut them off, and when they gave me this whole villain persona and the rumors and all this, and I'm just like, bro, if I am such a terrible person, why was I around you for so long? And why, if I'm so terrible, why are you even still talking about me? Why are you still trying to check up on me? Why are you still secretly looking at my social media and secretly looking at me and trying to figure out what I got going on? Why are you bothering me when you want to look bothered about me, when you are like... And then these people copy everything that you told or whatever you did. It's just energy. Whatever energy you put into them, that great energy that you did to uplift them, they take it and they leave you with their negativity and their wicked and evil energy that they do not want to take the time out to get rid of, just that they don't want to unleash out of themselves. They don't want to take the proper workout. They just want to take the shortcuts. And it's just like, bro, like, come on. Like, come on. Like, like, wow. And honestly, when I went through this, I looked at them and I just applauded. Because I'm just like, God gave me dreams about this person. God this, God this. And I was just so caught up on it. I felt like I had to help them. I felt like, you know, I just wanted to help. I wanted to help. And I was in that situation longer than I should have. And I learned my lesson. Obviously, I learned. I learned. But it's just like, bro. Like. So, this is why when you see people who don't know how to be alone, you need to run. You need to run. Because the longer you stay, the longer you are going to be drained. If you know you have problems, if you know you have things that you need to work on, if you know you are nonchalant, why are you texting me? Why are you bothering me? Why do you somehow like me when you do not like yourself? If you are in a relationship with someone that you know does not like themselves, what makes you think they like you? Like, I don't understand that. If you know you are not 100%, why are you avoiding you? Why are you bothering somebody else when you know you are not? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Get in the booth, get some healing, pray. Like, just don't understand it. And yes, it's hard. But if you know you are not okay, why are you bothering me? Why are you bothering me? These same people with the most tea on. Yo, Nala, you heard? Y'all tell me, like, yo, Nala, you heard? What's the name? Got cheated on, or what's the name? Got this going on, right? And I'm just looking at them. I'm just like, Marasaka. The same amount of energy and attention you bring these people who just don't care about you regardless, the same energy that you are giving to these people, you need to take that energy and display it and try to get rid of those inner demons and those sins. And you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever they're having a bad day, they have to make everybody else's day bad. They have to, like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Let me ruin this. I'm having a bad day, so let me project all my energy. Let me depend on these other people to help me with my problems and then blame them for not helping me with my problems. So, and then let me use my issues and my problems onto them. I'm gonna tell them about my problems, and then once they don't give me that advice or the feedback that I wanted, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna betray, and I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use that as a reason to villainize them or to not be friends with them anymore. Because, like, what? Like, don't have any solitude with themselves, any them times for themselves. They don't have no me time for themselves because they don't care about themselves. So then they have to get other people to care about them because they could care less about what they do with themselves. All because I didn't give you a chance. All because I didn't chase you like the rest of these people chased you, and they liked you and they gave you all this attention. Just because I didn't do that gives you a reason to betray and talk bad about me and change and make rumors about me and lie on somebody. Do you know how miserable and it's like they have to create more problems because they don't want to deal with their own problems. So they create what they got. They create problems that they have with people, right? To avoid their internal problems and to forget about what they got going on with themselves. Man, that's pretty sad if you ask me. Tell me right now, all them times you helped and boosted them up, how many times were they there for you when you were down? How many times do they care? Sorry, I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it. But you remind them of the work that they have to do for themselves. They are going to replace you and basically reset their whole friend group, reset their whole area, reset their whole air with new people so they can forget and they can forget about what they have so they can forget about the work they have to do up here. That's it. That's it. That's it. I had to learn that the hard way, honey. Oh no, these so this is why, if whatever I named off, I just ranted. Whatever I named off, if it reminded you of somebody, I need you to run. I need you to cut them off. Don't let the guilt, I was naive. I stuck around long. And honey, they made sure to try to destroy my life. But I'm still here, okay? And that's the case. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. My Heavenly Father ain't done with me now. Okay. Hi, I'm Nala. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, subscribe. And I love you guys. My gist, my hakunas, my Hakuna Matalas, my Nala Tarzanas. And until next time, mwah, bye-bye. I wanna all night.